But like you can't just use a prototype machine to make an end use part. And that's where we're going to talk about today is actually scaling from prototyping a part to like a production part. And on the 3D printer, it's a great prototyper. Probably one of the cheapest prototyping anything
Yeah,
machine.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's out there. But like you can't just use a prototype machine to make an end use part. There's a whole bunch of other things that you got to do.
But then, oh, they want 300 of them, right? So you're not going to use that same print file, maybe not even necessarily the same model as you just did for the prototyping. So you might, hopefully you design for additive manufacturing while you're designing and prototyping. But even then, there might be a couple of things that you discover when printing the prototype that you're like, oh, this could be better when I'm trying to produce, hundreds of them at the same time, or
Yeah.
I found this problem. You're not going to use necessarily the same settings. Maybe you want it a little bit stronger for the real thing or to look aesthetically better. So then you're changing the settings, and sometimes you want, to use less material, cut down on the cost and time and the amount of material. And then, I mean, we can even go into like, do you print one on a build plate at a time, or do you print,
Mhm.
10 on a build plate at a time? Do you try to support the part as much as possible,
Mhm.
but then post processing will be a pain?
And there's like so many different ways that you can go about it.